Okay, welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I can be a little louder than I did for the breakfast video because it's noontime, it's lunchtime, and I'm hungry. Nobody's sleeping. So this is a quick video on how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. And the grilled cheese sandwich, I like to use, as I pointed out in the early one, the George Foreman Lean Mean Fat Grilling Machine. It's primarily used for making hamburgers. It's even got a little lid here for warming the bun, but I never used that, and I've never used it for hamburgers. I don't even know where I got it. I just know it was affordable, it was cheap. I may have even found it left over when I bought this house because the previous owners left a couple of cooking items in there. But if you don't have the Lean Mean Fat Grilling Machine by George Foreman, no problem. You can use a frying pan. Just keep in mind, if you're using a frying pan, you want to make sure that if it's a Teflon pan, it's a non-stick pan, that you use a wooden spatula. And also, whenever you're cooking, ask mom and dad, can I use the kitchen for a little bit to make this? That should be no problem. But if you're anything like me, I get easily distracted. I'll start cooking, I'll turn on the stove, I'll turn on the oven, and then I'll watch TV or something, and then boom, I forgot and left it on. So you want to stay with your cooking while you're doing it and make sure it's safe. And as soon as you're done, as excited as you might be about what you've cooked, turn off the stove or turn off the grilling machine, whatever you're using. Just be safe. You don't want to burn anything, and you don't want to ruin the cookware. So mine, grilled cheese sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, and I will put butter on the outside of the sandwich because I want to be able to cook whatever's between the bread slices without burning the bread or blackening it too much. And you've seen plenty of times where people are cooking toast or grilled cheese, and they end up having to scrape the black off the bread in order to be able to eat it without tasting that burn flavor. And so I just add a light coating of butter on the outside of the bread. That will be the outside. I'll flip that over right now. I'll get back to that in a second. I like to put a tomato in my grilled cheese sandwich. A lot of people don't, but I got into eating tomatoes when I was in college. I took a class about teenage literature, and there was one story about a little girl who loves to eat tomato sandwiches, and for some reason that sounded good to me, whereas before I never ate tomatoes and I didn't really like them that much. So I started eating them. Make sure when you're cooking, before you start, to always wash your hands. Make sure your hands are clean, because if they're not clean, whatever is on your hands is going to get on the sandwich. You want it to be clean and sanitary. So I get this kind of cheese. It's a mixture of different kinds of shredded cheese. This one is Kroger brand, so it's the least expensive, but I want to make sure it's real cheese. I don't like the fake stuff. This one is shredded Monterey Jack cheese, mild cheddar, and quesadilla, and asadero cheeses. I gotta work on my Spanish pronunciation. So it's a nice mixture of flavors. I like that. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on there. That's pretty much it. You could use sliced cheese, American sliced cheese, just put slices on there. Put as much cheese as you want, as thick as you want. I like a lot of cheese, but you don't wanna put too much, because when you start grilling it, that cheese is gonna start melting and oozing out. Then I'll take my 2 slices of tomato. Just use 1 big slice of tomato if you wanted to. And I like to put a little squirt of mayonnaise in there just for flavor. You could do it afterwards. You could even dip your sandwich into, but just a light spread of mayonnaise just for flavor. And if it's not enough, I can always add some afterwards. This was I like this, it's olive oil mayonnaise, so it's got a little bit different flavor. I've also got a mayonnaise that's like super hot and spicy. I thought it would like that, but it's like, burn my mouth, kind of hot and spicy. If I use it at all, it's gonna be really, really lightly. Okay, I've got it packed with cheese. Matter of fact, so packed that my stuff is falling out when I try to pick it up. But that's okay. And the thing about the grilling machine that I don't like is that, again, its front legs are a little bit shorter so that any juice or fat can drip out. And I don't want my cheese dripping out, so I'm boosting it up. Usually I boost it up with a little tiny bowl or something, but I got it right up here on the cooking board. That should, if George Foreman really wants to improve his cooking machine, he should have legs that extend. I'm going to suggest that and take part of the profit in sales. Okay, all right, now I want to pick this up as carefully as possible. Again, you can do this, just put it in a frying pan. You might want to lightly coat your frying pan. And you could use the wooden spatula to push it flat. Okay? The grilling machine has the top hot and bottom is hot, so it cooks well that way. I'm cooking it in the frying pan, push it down, let it brown, let it cook, and then flip it over and do the other side and make sure it's just got lightly brown. And if you did your cheese right, it'll all stick together. I'm not lying to you though, the tomato's juicy and it kind of makes it want to fall apart a little bit. Strict, traditional grilled cheese sandwich, it'll all stick together. You won't have to worry about the juices of the tomato making it fall apart. So I'm going to let that cook in there until it's brown on both sides and it's kind of flat and real cheesy. And I've noticed too, because the grill has a grid on there, that not everything cooks evenly as much as I'd like it to. So after a while, I'll open it up and just actually pick it up and turn it sideways so that the grid cooks it this way as well. It doesn't take long because this has been heating up for a while. There's no set temperature, but it gets really hot and I don't want to burn myself. But I can open it now and I can already see that it's brown already. So I'm going to pick it up lightly. I'm using a knife to pick it up. You'll have your wooden spatula. If I had a wooden something that I could use on this grill that was smaller, that would be more convenient. But I just have to make sure that I don't scratch the Teflon. I've turned it a little bit so that it will cook it this way as well. And I want to make sure that even though the bread is brown, I want to make sure the cheese is well melted inside, that it's cooking well inside as well. Because the bread is making contact with the grill, but the cheese, especially if I put it on thick, it's not necessarily cooking or melting as much as I want it to. So I got to watch the outside and the inside. And I'll get a nice plate for it because I like my dishes to look pretty. And after breakfast this morning, I made a nice display. Oh, you can't see anything with this light, but a nice display for the flowers. Okay. All right, it's nice and brown. The cheese is nicely melted, so I can pick that up now. I don't want to touch the grill because it's hot. But look at that. It's nice and flat, and it's nice and brown. You can see the cheese is in there. I know there's a lot of cheese in there because I put it in there. So when I want to be careful biting it because the cheese in there is extremely hot. And I like to, again, even if it's just for myself, to make it pretty. Oh, what do I gotta remember? I finished cooking. I'm so excited about the meal. I'm ready to dig into it, but I wanna remember to unplug this because I'm easily distracted. So now that's off. It can cool down. When I come back to it later, I'll clean it up. But I wanna make sure that I do clean it up. You're going in the kitchen. You don't leave a mess for your mom or for your sisters or for your brothers, family. They've got to use the kitchen too. And you can't just come in and leave a mess. Clean it up, especially if you're cooking for somebody else. You know, they might appreciate that you cooked for them and made a delicious meal, but if you left a big mess for them to clean up, it kind of negates the benefits of having a good meal prepared for you. So, grilled cheese sandwich, I'm cutting into it. Need an aerial camera for this because this looks like good stuff. That tomato doesn't want to let go easily. Let me bring that over, show you. There is a beautiful grilled cheese sandwich ready for munching. Let me see if I can get you inside. If you can see that. Okay, wow. All right, that's the Chef's Kitchen for today. Be safe, enjoy, and bless your family with some good cooking. Don't forget to post your videos of your meals, whether it's just a picture or it's a recipe that you like. And it doesn't have to be an original recipe. You could be reading a recipe right off the internet or out of a cookbook, step by step, and doing it that way. The main thing is to have fun and experiment and enjoy yourself when you're cooking. All right, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.